and then go over to this page and press this button and go to here.
60, 59, 58. This is a countdown
57,
to the Slade and Mayson show.
And then that guy starts talking. I don't know what that's
This
all about.
continues to be a countdown to the Slade and Mayson show. 50, 49, 40. You're listening to the countdown to the Slade and Mason show. 45, 44, 43. This is the continued countdown to the Slade and Mason show. 39.
And my
37. You're listening to the
shadows
countdown. 35.
all
Slade and Mason
alone
show.
and feeling
33. Stand
blue.
by.
Rolling,
You're listening to the countdown to the Slade and Mason
rolling,
show.
rolling, rolling,
47,
moving,
46,
moving,
25,
to the
Slade and
Slade
Mason show.
moving.
23,
Keep them
22.
bodies
We continue
moving
on
raw
now with the
high.
countdown to the Slade
And
and
raining
Mason
with
show.
her.
18,
Hey, Kermit, before
17,
here.
stand by. 16, as we are now delivering the countdown to the Slade
Hey,
and
where is
Mason
the
show.
countdown? I'm
12,
mixed up.
11,
Oh.
yes.
Ooh, 11.
10,
We're
almost there.
to the Slade and Mason
7,
show. 6,
Are you
5,
ready?
4,
Here we go.
3, 2, 1.
No, forget it. That's it. We're not going to do this today. I can't play it. Every week we do this. Every single week we do this. We did the Slade and Mason show last week. We did the week before. We did the week before that. 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 On and on and on and on. When is this going to stop? This is
I don't know.
This is
You're right. You're absolutely right.
this
I'm
is it.
getting tired
We're
of doing
done.
this.
I'm all done. Just put the microphone, the headphones. All right, one more time.
Yeah.
Now broadcasting from the Dan Mason Studios, deep in the heart of Virginia. It's the Slade and Mason Show.
Come to zeros.
Hi, I'm JD Slade.
I'm Dan Mason,
and this is the Slade and Mason Show.
Well, good.
And now you know what it felt like to be Jack Parr on NBC all those many years ago when he walked off the show.
Oh man, he's like again with this show. Yeah.
I keep trying to get out. They keep pulling me back in.
Oh my gosh. Well, good morning, Mr. Slade.
Good morning, Mr. Mason.
How are you doing this fine and lovely? This is a beautiful Sunday morning. Let me tell you.
It is November the 15th, and I'm just a little distressed because November the 15th should be payday, but it's Sunday, so.
You know, you could go up to the door and go, "Hello, I'm here for my check."
It's like dad, Dad,
What?
Daddy.
I'm surprised. You know, I'm surprised you guys don't do direct deposit.
You just want to keep throwing those Molotov cocktails into the mix, don't you?
Oh my gosh.
Oh well, listen, now I got to tell you a funny story.
Mhm.
You know, we had some tremendous rains here this past week,
Yes, we did.
and you want to hear the triple whammy?
Sure.
Okay. The radio station has a leak in the ceiling, and it's a pretty good one. I got a call from the tenant from our other property and the other house, and the sump pump stopped working, so the basement was flooded.
Ooh.
I left work on that day, and I walked home, and I had a mini lake in my living room.
Ooh.
1, 2, 3 strikes, you're out of
Oh
there.
my gosh, that's not good. That's a lot of rain. That's a lot of leaking.
That's a lot of rain, and that's a lot of money.
Yeah.
Oh, money.
But you don't have to pay for it, so that's good.
That's exactly right.
You're renting. That's a good
I have paid for it. It's like, because I did the math. I paid over $90,000 to live in that house.
Mm-hmm. Well, you know, and that's the interesting thing.
The state should have a law that once you've paid the equity to the house, you should own the house.
That's called rent to buy.
Yeah. See, it's
But
like
you didn't
told
sign
me
that.
a couple of years ago.
Now, does the station own that free and clear?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Okay.
So,
So that was just extra money.
Yeah, it was an investment because they wanted to see if they were going to, use it for storage and things like that.
Mhm.
But they just didn't really want anybody in the house because, they might discover the government secrets that we keep hidden. So.
Like the skeletons in the closet.
Yeah, buddy. Hey, listen,
Yes.
have you drank any of your new beer lately?
So,
I'll take. I don't want you to get into the beer story because I'm going somewhere with this.
okay. So I have all I have is the West Coast IPA, which I've talked about, and the dry hopped IPA that I've talked about.
Which one was the black one?
That's the Irish stout that I just bottled yesterday. So that's brand new in the bottle. The earliest I could drink it is.
You're gonna have to guard that. You're gonna have to put armed guards around it because there is a liquor shortage. I don't know. Yeah. CBS says liquor stores are having trouble keeping premium brands on the shelves because of panic buying. Which reminds me, let me tell you, get your toilet paper and paper towels now. Get your toilet paper and paper towels now. Get all the toilet paper and paper towels now. Okay.
You don't have to.
Crown Royal is hard to stock. And I love Crown Royal. Yeah, it's like, Anyway, premium tequilas from Mexico can be hard to find because of reduced deliveries due to the virus. Some liquor stores are having trouble getting Corona beer.
Corona. Got Corona. Sorry.
I'm telling you, man, it's like you better if you don't have the abilities that my partner has, then you better start going to panic buying toilet paper, beer, and paper towels.
Yeah. See, and even at the height of the virus at the beginning of the year, I was able to walk over there, pick up a kit, and just that. 3 weeks later, I got a good brew. I'm just saying, there's no lines to make your own.
There are these poor people who are just dying to. They can just taste the hops.
And every time I get in there, there's no one there. So I say no one. They actually have a little tiny micro bar in the back where you can buy their offerings. Well, they make their own as well. It's a brewery. It's a microbrewery. Oh. Yeah.
So I mean, like I say, so this is, you watch. They'll find a cure for the coronavirus now, boy. Because when you start talking about liquor being
what you talking about, Willis?
And now I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to.
Is that your rant?
Oh. And this is part of my rant. This is all part of my rant. To the tenacity of the human spirit. We here in America are hell-bent and determined. We are like George Patton. We have never lost a war, and we're never going to. Again. And I give these folks the tenacity. I give them the Dan Mayson Award for sustenance and tenacity. Now, have you heard of these people?
No, what do you got?
And why I might be giving them the Dan Mayson Award? There's a Lakeview, Michigan couple. Now, how much does it cost to raise a child, just on average, from birth to 18?
$1 million.
Okay. Now,
probably about $500,000.
Okay, this Michigan couple already has 14 sons.
What?
14 sons, and they are now the proud parents of a new baby girl.
Let me ask you a question.
Finally hit the lick. 14 boys. I can just see it now. All right, come on. By the way, they are the. Let me see. I want to make sure I get there because these people, Kateri Schwann. Yes, the Schwantz. So,
were these all from the same?
Oh yeah, they're. Hey, listen, this is them and them, him and them, him and her.
Wow.
14 children. First off, the fact that his name is Jay. Jay, the fact that Jay has the tenacity to just keep going in there swinging for the fences. I mean, after 12, I'm sorry, Jay. Nope, it's another boy. Jay
And
goes
another.
back to the dugout. He throws his hat into the dugout. He's really ticked.
Let's try it again.
All right, here we go. All right, JJ. All right, it's a long drive, and pow, it's a boy.
It's a boy,
Number 14. Jay, you're really, really, really cracking it up there. Now, listen, Jay, we need to talk here, brother. And I also want to talk to you, Kateri. Listen, you popped 14 puppies out of that tag. It's time for you to give it a rest.
Oh my gosh, that's like half an NFL team.
Now, wait a minute. Here you go. Then it's like, all right. Then we go last 2 weeks ago. 2 weeks ago. Jay, are you going to give it up after this one? Jay says, yeah, I'm going to give it up after this one. All right, it's a long drive. Oh, and there it is. There's a vagina. We got a girl. Number 15 is a girl. Oh, she weighed 7 pounds, 8 ounces. And now I tell you what, yeah, she has got an NFL team.
Yeah.
Protection. Defensive
Oh my
lineman.
gosh. How is it?
How do you, I mean, like I say, my hats off, and the Dan Mayson Award for tenacity goes to Jay and Kateri Swan. Because, I mean, like I said, listen, I only had 2, and that was from 2 separate people. I could not imagine looking at the same movie.
Are we watching Bambi again?
Which is why I am so proud of my partner, because like I say, when I tease about having 17 children, these people actually almost have 17 children. And so because I got such a laugh out of this, man, it's like I had to make it my semi-rant because, yeah, boy, I tell you what, if that first you don't succeed.
Try again and again and again and again and again and again. Oh my gosh. I got to tell you something funny. When my during the towards the end of the 50s, mid 60s, when my parents were producing a child one every year, where my father was working, they would jokingly grab an old mimeograph and they'd cross off where it said 6 and put 7 and say, "Congratulations on your 7th child." It was a meme. They just printed it out and gave him a new one every year.
I'm sorry. Like I said, I know that there are people who they love big families, but my God, that's got to be
a big family. That's a lot of diapers, man. That is a lot of diapers.
A lot of diapers, and it's a lot of hand-me-down clothes, man. Imagine being boy number 14. I mean, you're just holding thread.
And the parents saying, "If I have to see that plaid shirt one more time."
And a shoestring.
Oh my gosh. And that's the other thing is, after you get down to like the 14th child, it's like, I thought I told you. No, you told Gary like 15 years ago.
That's the other thing.
That's the other thing. It's like, how?
Oh God. Just start, everybody becomes, "Hey, you."
Here, you, come here. Hold this.
I mean, I'm sorry.
Well, we had 11.
Number one, the noise factor alone.
Oh my gosh. I gotta tell you, it was so noisy growing up where I grew up. It just, from the time you walked in the door to the time you went out, it was conversation, things moving. It was like, oh my God.
I mean, good God.
I would go up to my bedroom and close the door and put the headphones on, and
there's still 12 other people in there. No, it doesn't matter. You can't get away from people. I mean, and here's the thing. It's like Boogie. Boogie's got 7 people living in his house.
Oh man,
his little house is meant for 3 people tops.
Man,
so of course, everyone who's got 11, 12, 13, 15 kids, lives in a 2-story, 3-bedroom house. And you know what? Here's the other one. Man, it's like you got to have shifts when it comes to bathrooms.
Yes, you do.
I mean, it's like, again, and if you miss your shift, you're shift out of luck.
I gotta tell you, man, I would do the pee dance for most of my teen years, because I had sisters.
That's right. That's how many girls were in the band.
Oh my gosh! So there were 6 boys and 5 girls, so it was almost even.
God. Oh man, that's entirely too much estrogen.
And when I showed up, it was the girls had already been delivered, so they were like in the bathrooms. Guys go in, you might get them to comb their hair and brush their teeth.
Yeah.
But women comb their hair and brush their teeth, and they put creams on the eyelash, and they're in there for like forever. So, yeah. So, somehow I survived. It's what?
How many bathrooms?
Growing up, we had 2 bathrooms.
That's still not enough.
No, it's not. And then when we did, Mom and Dad bought, had the downstairs kitchen. No, but I had uncles who would come over and visit for like Thanksgiving, and they'd go to the back porch and they just right off the edge.
Right off the edge, man.
Right off the edge. I'm like, what are you doing? He says, I'm saving your dad's septic. I'm like,
that's exactly right, because you ain't gonna flush that.
Oh my gosh.
Again, and since we are coming up on this time of joy and love.
Oh yes.
Oh man.
Thanksgiving.
Got any plans for Thanksgiving?
No. I'm coming over to your house.
And you're having peanut butter sandwiches.
Right. Well, as long as they're toasted. As long as they're toasted.
Oh no. Hey, it's like, yeah, I'll tell you what, I'm gonna give you a handful of unroasted peanuts. I'm giving you some grapes. That's a raw peanut butter and jelly sandwich.
Oh my gosh.
So,
what a mess.
Anyway, like, are you doing anything for Thanksgiving, man?
No.
Seriously.
Let me double check.
15 children, so
Oh, I know. Let's see. Thanksgiving. It's it'll be me and Paul.
My shadow.
That's it.
You and Paul?
Yep.
Where's Heather gonna be? I mean, not Heather. Helen.
She's gonna be with her friend in Winchester.
Yeah.
I said, that's great. I said, go for it.
Getting ready for the great grandchildren, huh?
No. So, what do you got planned for Thanksgiving?
I'm going to do my morning show as normal,
and then have a peanut butter and jelly sandwich.
And then I'm going to go home. I'm going to get home a little earlier than normal, and then I'm going to probably be baked the rest of the afternoon. I'll be baking the rest.
Baking all afternoon. He starts early in the morning to start baking, and he bakes all afternoon.
I'll be baking all afternoon.
That way, when dinner time comes, he's fully baked.
That's exactly right, and ready to go to bed.
Oh, God.
Sometimes my rant is not a rant. Sometimes my rant is a pat on the back. And I tell you what, Jay, you need more than a pat on the back, man. You're going to need a couple other jobs.
Let me take a look at it here.
Like I say, it's not like, listen, now here's the thing. This couple, they got married in 1993. So it's not like they got old kids.
Well, they do have one guy's got a full head of beard. This guy's completely bald. He must be the oldest. But I'm thinking, wow, man, that's a lot of dudes.
Did you find a picture of them?
I found a picture of them. Yeah.
Oh, well, like I said, so again, you say one of them's bald.
Yeah. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Ooh, he looks pissed. 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, So, and she's got one in the oven. It's a 2018 picture welcoming their 14th.
Again, he thought I was lying about this, so it's like he had to check it out to make sure I was telling the truth. I have no reason to lie about this because this is too funny to lie about.
I see Tommy and Calvin and Drew and Tyler and Zach and Brandon and Gabe and Vinny and Winsley. Seated from the upper left are Charlie and Luke and Mom. Kateri.
Schwant.
Jiminy Crickets. Holding Finley, that's Alita's last boy. And then Dad is Jay, you're right. And with Tucker and Francisco in the foreground. But the kid in the back, he looks. Oh, he look angry.
Yeah, well, he's one of 14, man. You'd be ticked too.
Yeah,
it's
you're
like
just
he's wearing, 3 generations of underwear
with crispy crunchies.
Yeah, I mean,
I
he doesn't have a pair of pants that don't have a hole in them.
I just don't know. I just don't know.
It looks like our gang from the old.
All right. Enough on these poor people. They're doing what they can. Jiminy Crickets.
Now there's the other thing. Wait a minute.
What?
Unless you are making
Buku bucks.
At least $1 million a year, you can't afford all those babies.
I don't know how he did it. Let's see. Okay, and they had their own TV show called 14 Outdoorsmen.
Making babies, yeah, I guess so.
Yeah, they have a show, Wood.tv. So yeah, you can. It's like a virtual. You can keep up to date with them. I don't know. That's just wrong.
Well, see again. Do you remember what was it? Kate and what the hell was the other guy's name? Her husband. They had 8 children, and again, it was like wow. And then they, again, it was all the happy. And then John started getting the Roman eye. And then the show was just called Kate and 8.
Oops. Yeah, roaming eyes. That can get you in trouble.
Hey, listen, here's the thing.
Yeah.
You lock it down when you've had that first couple, 2, maybe 3.
Mm-hmm.
Once you start going beyond that, man, it's starting to become a chain. It's becoming a steel chain.
Yeah.
Titanium steel. And with every one you add, there's another link. And
That's
you can
right.
hear it go clunk.
Yep.
As it hooks to the ball.
Yep.
Well, now this guy has got 15 links.
Yeah.
He's gonna die. He's gonna die before he raises those children. I'm telling you.
I know.
He's gonna kill it just trying to supply their needs. Just imagine how much milk these kids drink in a week.
It says they have 6 cows. No, I'm just kidding.
Oh, wait a minute. Now, Kateri, they might be Indian, Hindu.
No, they're
they're
creamy.
white.
They're creamy white. Let me tell you. Let's put it this way: they need no cream in their coffee. They are.
Now they're high school sweethearts, and it's like again. Here's the thing: they're in Michigan, so yeah, I guess it does get right cold in Michigan.
Married in '93 after dating in high school, and now they're 45 years. Oh my God.
It looks like they're 80.
It's the only peeps they ever went out with. You just spoke of wandering eyes. Did you see that story about the kid who was putting a selfie up on his Facebook page? You didn't hear about this at all? He thought it'd be really cool. It'd be a nice little selfie of himself. His girlfriend is now breaking up with him.
Why? What selfie do you have on it?
Well, there's nothing in the picture per se. It's not like he's standing next to anybody. But if you look at the reflection in his sunglasses, out in the corner on the left, you can see the legs of a girl putting her legs up on the dashboard of the car. It's like you are some idiot.
You are some Dick Tracy SOBs, man. You're gonna go and look. I mean, you're gonna look that tight.
Well, she looked at it. She was, but she was looking at the picture. She goes, "Oh, that's Michael. Oh, wait, that's Michael. What's that in his? What is that in the glasses? What the? Whose legs are those? Those aren't my legs.
Man, you know how tight you got to look at a picture to see a reflection in a pair of sunglasses?
It wasn't so difficult. I didn't get to see the picture because I don't go to TikTok, but if you, even in the
TikTok,
the thumbnail version, if you look at it and just blow up the thumbnail, you can tell there's a pair of women's gams. So,
jeez.
Yeah, that was pretty obvious. It was like, duh. You know, it's like, no, of course I'm not here. And you see the reflection, you see the guy, you know, at the bar or something like that.
Well, you know, I got to tell you, man, see, people ask me, well, Jay, you know, again, hey, man, it's like, you know, you're a pretty good looking fella. You're pretty smart. Mm-hmm. How come there's not a Mrs. JD?
But you mentioned that part about me being smart, right?
That's exactly why, because a Mrs. JD causes problems like this. It's like, and it could be perfectly innocent that the girl was just goofing on him, say, hey, let me show you this. And, you know, now it's like he's broken up with his love of his life and he's going to be all alone, crying in his beer. Next thing you know, he's just going to find a rebound girl. And next thing you know, we'll be talking about them 14 children later.
No, don't do it. Don't do it.
Ladies and gentlemen, stop with the children. Please stop with the people. There's too many people. Stop with the people already.
Too many people.
I was thinking about. Man, come on. Stop with the people already. You know, they know what causes that.
What's that?
Wrap that rascal.
What did you call it?
Wrap that rascal.
Yes, but what's causing it all this time?
Well, it's because it's like, you know, again, people do. Well, you know, I was thinking about this earlier this week because I can remember when I was like 17 and 18. Mm-hmm. And I tell you what, we've all gone through it, fellas. You know, that 1 month where we're just not careful and and you're sitting there waiting and sweating for like 3 or 4 days.
You're like, oops.
And then it finally happens. You're like, never again. And sure enough, 2 months later, here you are again.
Never again. Yeah, the never again. Just like having a heavy drink or something. Yeah. Oh, never again.
We never learn. And it's our own fault. I don't blame the women. I blame it on us men because we're stupid. It's like, you know, again, we're weak.
And got one thing on your mind.
One thing on the mind, and it's like, and once you accomplish that, but the thing of it is that then don't you ever have that buyer's remorse? I mean, you know, it's like, oh, you sweat like a hog, you know, again, you're almost having a coronary and such. And then it's like, and then for just a brief moment, buyer's remorse, you're thinking, oops, boy, I wish I hadn't done that. Or better yet,
the Slade and Mayson Show after this.
Today in history, November 15th, 1806. Lieutenant Zebulon Pike sees a distant mountain peak while near the Colorado foothills of the Rocky Mountains, later named Pike's Peak. Sober's last name was Horatio. Would they name it Horatio's Hill? I'm just saying. 1926. The NBC radio network opens with 24 stations. Well, unfortunately, there were only 37 working radios throughout the United States, but you had to start somewhere. 1969. During the Cold War, the Soviet submarine K-19 accidentally collides with the American submarine USS Gato in the Barents Sea. Fancy meeting you here. 1971. Intel releases the world's first commercial single-chip microprocessor, the 4004. It had a maximum clock speed of 740 kilohertz, instruction time of 1 to 2 instructional cycles of 463,000 to 926,000 instructions per second, used a single multiplex 4-bit bus for transferring, which means if you processed it on the internet and tried to download, say, Gone with the Wind, take about 97 years. And finally, 2006, Al Jazeera English launches worldwide. Unfortunately, they've been criticized as having some anti-American bias. Shocker. I'm Dan Mayson, and that's November 15th. And now, for the new Christmas season, we hear Carmine DeGozio sings his favorite Christmas songs, such as "I'll be home for Christmas." Yeah, hope you got all my gifts under their tree. That's right. Carmine DeGozio sings 37 of his favorite Christmas tunes for you and your family. Sit back and relax under a roaring fire as Carmine DeGozio gives you his favorite hit songs, like this one. First days of Christmas, tra-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la. Join the ancient Yuletide carols. La 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 la. Don was there with all his stuff. La 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 la. Join the ancient Yuletide carols. La 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 da 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 da. Oh yes, these will be favorites for you and your family for years to come. Just hear them sleigh bells ring-a-ling-a-ding-a-ling-a-ling toes. I've got some lovely weather for a sleigh ride together with yous. Outside the snow is falling and friends are calling yous who. Come on, it's lovely weather for a sleigh ride together with. Send Chuck a money order for $24.95 to P.O. Box 9022, Fredericksburg, Virginia 22405, and indicate you're looking to buy the Carmine DeGozio Christmas album. We'll get that rushed off to you right away. It's grand, just holding my hand, 'cause I'm wonderful and everybody knows I'm...
For reasons I can't even explain, we return you now to the Slade and Mayson Show.
Hey, Dano. Hey, Dano.
Yeah.
I tell you what, you can't possibly get dinged for that musical selection, because doggone if that didn't just sound like one of those early merry melodies.
Well, let's unpack a few things here. First off,
Hi, I'm J.D. Slade.
I'm Dan Mayson,
And this is the Slade and Mayson Show.
and something else we forgot to do at the very beginning was the Slade and Mason Show is all about you and us. It's like a radio program where we share with you things that we see in stories, new, not the new, and he's and start taking on places, we saying things, what I was giving him, don't take it seriously. All the music is brought to you by Dana Music, and go check out a picture on Instagram, the Slade and Mason Show. We're at olfw.com. Tell your friends and neighbor cops and everybody you know. Okay, this portion of the, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So, so a couple of things. Let's see. First off, today is National Spicy Hermit Cookie Day, and that's why we played the Red Pepper, a Spicy Rag by Fred Van Epps Lodge O'Hare Band.
Okay, Betty Crocker.
From
what is a
1911.
spicy hermit cookie?
It is basically, it's like cinnamon, cardamom. What's the other one that goes in there? Cinnamon, cardamom. It's basically all the spices, reminiscent of of autumn.
Cookies in the bottom of the bag.
Allspice, clove, yeah, all that stuff that nobody likes. And you can add raisins and nuts. So it's basically got like a cookie version of a fruit cake without the heavy fruits, and then you throw them away.
That's the one in the bottom of the bag.
Yeah, that's like that's like Halloween candy at the bottom, like the Tootsie Rolls all the way at the bottom. That's the one I'm gonna go for very last.
Yeah, the Twister ribbon candy.
It's stuck to the inside of the
pillow.
All right.
I'm not gonna be happy until I get Nico wafers banned from the planet.
This portion, this objective area of the Slade and Mayson show.
Listen, Dan.
Yeah.
After the show, I'm going to take you aside and give you 4 things that were wrong with that statement you just made.
Just 4?
Just 4.
Oh my gosh! All right, this is this.
Yeah, let's see him get it out.
This half of the Slade and Mayson show, there you go, is brought to you by Icy Southern Icy Treats.
25 minutes.
Shaved ice and treats. Oh, she's gonna kill me.
You don't pay for these.
Oh my goodness gracious! Icy Southern Icy Treats. My buddy Sheila Cannon has a cool red truck, and basically she'll come to your place of business, your church, your corporate event, whatever it is, and she will set up shop and she will shave ice. 804-617-8827. Give her a call, 804-617-8827. I know it's a little chilly outside. They're still running. I mean, people are still booking stuff, so which is pretty cool. And it's just
not stop drinking iced drinks because it's winter.
I know. People continue to do it. I mean, it's a neat treat. So give her a call. Again, 804-617-8827. IcySouthernIC.com. So it's www.ICEYSOMETHIN. Leave the G off for goodness sakes. ICEY.com. They are on Facebook. They are on Instagram. They actually have pictures and we don't. So that's pretty cool.
I have a serious question, Dan. Do they use regular tap water or do they have special water that they bring in?
No, so these blocks of ice are actually specially filtered, and they're huge. They're these huge, like, I don't know, about 1.5 feet by 1.5 feet blocks. I mean, it's serious. It's serious stuff. And the blade stands still, and this block rotates at a super high speed. And just that laying on top of the blade, it just shaves it off and creates this.
I really want to see this, this operation, and it's like I really can't wait to taste some of these great treats.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's a pretty good deal. But give them a call, 804-617-8827. Again, 804-617-8827. Tell Sheila, JD, and Dan sent you.
There you go. That's right.
And that way she won't hang up on you.
And if she doesn't slap your face after that.
Oh my gosh. Yeah.
All right. It's like you hurt my feelings earlier this week.
Oh, again?
Yeah. It's like, so I'm talking with Dan. We talk during the week occasionally. And it's like, and he said, I was listening to last week's Slade and Mayson show. And man, you just didn't seem to have your heart in it.
You didn't.
Well, Tucker, do I have my heart in it today?
Yes, you do. Oh, you're there. You're there, baby. You're there.
Man, it's like I'm on the mark. It's like I don't have very many bad shows. It's like, but when I have one, boy, it really clunk, 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 clunk.
So, and you heard, we plugged for the first time Carmine DeGuzio's Christmas music because...
Yes, I can't wait.
Let me tell you.
You get that on the Slade and Mayson show at OLFW.com so people can order their holiday music early. I love that album.
Yeah, because you get, yeah. It's what is
it's the fa la 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 la
la di da di da. Yeah.
Oh,
Sing with
and
old
I hope you got my stuff there up under that there tree. Anyway,
Yeah.
if you missed it, you'll have to go back and listen to it. But
Yeah.
it's like it's out there. The season is upon us.
Oh my gosh, you are not kidding. And
Not last.
I'll tell you, retail stores are not letting you forget. It's there. It's there.
Man.
And
It's like, and even here at the station, it's like, again, you can tell we're into it because it's like every one of these damn spots starts with ding dong, ding dong.
oh, the weather outside is frightful,
Ding, ding, ding,
but you
ding,
are
ding,
so
ding.
delightful.
Oh,
Ted
man,
Baxter
it's
with
like-
the news. Okay. Yeah.
See,
Christmas.
I'm making my business to play Alvin and the Chipmunks in July. It's just for the fun of it. I mean, I have fun with that. It's my tradition, but it's like by now, it's like I'm already sick of Christmas music. I am certainly sick, like I say, ding dong, ding dong,
Well-
ding dong. I mean, yeah.
Well, you can make a spicy hermit cookie. There you go.
Oh, yeah, I got a
there you go.
spicy hermit cookie for you.
Oh, it was interesting. I want to point out two things I want to say. So, number one, okay. So, again, that record was from 1911. And on the face of it, it says they spent 75 cents for that record.
Wow. To buy it or to make it?
To purchase to purchase that record, it was 75 cents back in
Wow, that's
19.
expensive.
Yeah, to translate to today's dollars, it's $20.50.
So it's an album.
It's like an album. It's like buying, it's like buying a Rolling Stones album. So,
I think I'd rather have Sergeant Pepper than that.
but you only get 2 songs. Now, I started looking at some numbers because I'm thinking about, wow, 1911, they were talking about things you could purchase, and it was on. And I went, wait a minute, what about a 1911 Ford? And so I started.
$295.
Yeah, like $295, and 1 year it was like 300 and something, and the year before that, when it was first came out, it was 800 and something. And then I went to that. There's a calculator you can use. It takes you to today's numbers. It uses inflation and the Great Depression and the recession, right? And what's interesting is that $295 gets you to about $12,000 today. Are you with me so far?
Which is still a bargain at half the price because I mean, today's modern car, what are you talking about?
Mm-hmm.
Talking about starting at $28,000 or something like that?
Yep. By the way,
And
on average, guess what your average Model T Ford goes for today?
$1.7 million.
No. They were a dime a dozen.
Oh, okay. Then $50,000.
Nope. Lower than that.
Ooh, $29.95. Earl Times.
The $295 would get you $12,000 today. Right now, a Model T goes for about $12,000.
Wow.
So that means
you think you're getting this great deal, man. It's like you're not.
people think that investing in cars is a way of making money, but it's not.
There is a guy, it's like, and he is a Pawn Stars, of course, Richard Harrison.
Mm-hmm.
They collected a lot of cars, and it's like, and you know, again, so if you paid $30,000 for a car and it's worth $50,000 now, have you really done something? You just got your money tied up.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, basically.
I mean, again, but like I say, Wayne Newton, there's another one.
Mm-hmm.
He is world renowned for his luxury cars that he's gotten, and I mean, I see
Now-
that was the thing.
Now, if you
People say-
wait, if you have a one-off, you know, what do they call it, Belagati or whatever the heck that is, that's
Right,
something
you know,
different. But if you're
Yeah, he's worth $6 million. It's like you got something there.
right, and I did the same thing. I ran the numbers with like a classic Mustang. Oh my God, I got a classic Mustang. They go up in value. It's the exact same dollar figure amount that it would be back in 1965, 67, 68.
In
67.
1965, when you were paying $1,200 for a Mustang,
Mhm.
it's like, you know, that is now worth probably about $20,000 now.
Which is
So
what
that's
you,
no great change.
yeah,
No great change.
no
So,
appreciation.
People ask me, you know, again, well, what would you do if you win the lottery? Well, number one, you'll never know.
Where'd JD go? I don't know, man. The
And
house is empty.
Number two, no, it's like I can only drive one car. So I might have two simply because, just to have that luxury car. But it's like, I'm not really impressed with that either, because that's just something that's going to cause me to kill myself. And that means that I won't get to spend the money.
Yeah.
And then number two, I can only live in so many places. So it's like maybe two houses, one on each coast. Because, like I say, you want to get out of the cold weather, so you have that warm house, and then you have the one where you just love being up north, and so you have the cold house. But I'm not even sure I would do that, because why should I buy houses? I can live in hotels. I can go to hotels, it's like, and then I can mess up the house or room as much as I want and just leave.
There's a woman, it's interesting you mentioned that. There's a woman who, she started crunching the numbers, and shortly after her husband died, she said, this doesn't make any sense. I put the money into the house. I got to maintain the house. I got to do, there's all this special care. I have to clean it. I have to service it. You know what? It would be cheaper for me to be on a cruise ship.
Yeah.
So she has been living on a cruise ship for about 15 years. And when her children want to see her, they have to go down to the dock when she docks for that day. You go hang out with grandma. I think it's brilliant.
Hello. I mean, it just, I mean, it's like, if you are just so inclined that you just must have all this expense of having the big expensive house that's got to be taken care of and so on and so forth, then more power to you.
Yeah.
And people are finding it a lot easier now to just declutter their lives. Get rid of the stuff, the things that you thought were so important. Let's gather them up. Now it's like, man, let's get rid of that stuff. It's like, it's just baggage. It's like, it's just an albatross around the neck. It's like, and people are starting to simplify.
Yeah.
And that's the way you want to go.
Yeah.
That's the way I'm going, man. It's like, when it's all said and done, I want the clothes on my back.
And a pack of lifesavers in your pocket, and that's it.
That's right, exactly. So, but I mean, I just do not understand, especially in this day and age, the wanton desire to just have stuff, lots of stuff, because it doesn't mean anything. And like I say, you collect all this stuff, then you got all these, again, you have your 14 kids coming after you die and go, yeah, it's like, I'll teach them to make me number 9.
Michael was number 12. He was their favorite.
Yeah, that's right. So it's like, I'm going to get this. Yeah. But I mean, no, like I say, I just find it's like, and I start looking at my, my mementos from my career and such. And I think, boy, that's really nice. But it's like, who's going to care about that other than me? You know? And it's like, as much as I'm sad to say that, because it's like I've worked really hard on this. My kids aren't going to give a rat's behind about, this award that I got from the local public library, or, again, this story that they wrote about me in 1987.
I'll find it on the shelf of the thrift store somewhere.
unless it's got a check attached to the bottom of it that says, here, fill in your number here. They're not going to care anything about that.
Well, it's funny you mention that, because sure as donuts, I was looking at a thrift store, and there was this beautiful framed certificate for some military guy who did an elaborate job of something, and his whole team signed the bottom of the letter. There were like 37 names signed in there, including Big Mike, and I'm like, and there it is, framed, beautifully framed, sitting in a thrift store. Because Big Jerry passed away, and this kid's going, I don't know what that is.
Oh, what the hell?
That goes to a thrift store.
Who's Big Mike? I mean,
Big Mike's been dead for 9 years prior.
I hate to be so irreverent about it, but it's, as I've gotten older, it's like, yeah, I realize exactly what the real deal is.
So,
here, I mean, it's like somebody said to me a couple of weeks ago, they said, yeah, you're a legend, man.
Oh, great.
I thought, that and a buckle get you covered. But, again, it's like I still prevail on thinking, oh, that's going to be important to my kids.
No.
No, here's what they're going to be going. Did he leave us enough to bury him? Yep. Okay, good. I love my dad.
Dad's great. Appreciate it. Oh my gosh. Hey, we're starting to run out of time. Do you have a weekly?
Hey, you know I do.
All right. Well, let me.
I came loaded for bear this week.
All right. Let me start this sucker up here. There we go. Let me get the music up a little bit. There you go.
Ladies and gentlemen, why are we the fattest society in the world? Well, ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to give you just a fine few examples as to why this is so. Starbucks has Christmas cookie frappuccino. Pop Sugar, not just named Pop Sugar, says Starbucks is celebrating the holidays by adding a Christmas cookie frappuccino to their secret menu. The drink contains a vanilla bean frappuccino base, peppermint syrup, toffee nut syrup, caramel drizzle, raw sugar, and whipped cream. The drink has quickly become a hot seller because of the holidays. No, not because of the holidays, because everybody needs a jolt. All right, totally the bomb. Says International Delight. You know, they have those little cute little creamers.
Oh, yeah.
They're going to offer 2 new coffee creamer flavors beginning on January 9th at Walmart. The Fruity Pebble and Cocoa Pebbles coffee creamer taste just like the actual cereal. In other words, it's going to make you want to puke as well. All right, Tesla is now making self-driving cars and tequila. There you go, there's a pair built in heaven. Tesla recently launched Tesla Tequila. The lightning bolt-shaped bottles cost $250 and sold out within hours. The tequila has an alcohol content by volume of 40% and is aged for 15 months in French oak barrels, has hints of fruit, vanilla, cinnamon, and pepper, and it tastes a little bit like tequila. NBC says McDonald's is going to launch a fried chicken sandwich. They're not going to wait until next year. They're going to get you fat next year. They're going to start it already. It's going to start in 2021. They plan to take on Chick-fil-A and Popeyes. They've been testing the sandwich in Houston and Knoxville, Tennessee. The fried chicken patty is served on a buttery potato roll with butter and pickles. Tomato, lettuce, and mayo can also be added. McDonald's is also planning to launch a new plant-based burger called the McPlant.
I know.
Red Lobster has Cheddar Bay biscuit gift boxes. WLNS says Red Lobster is selling Cheddar Bay biscuit gift boxes for the holidays. A box of 6 biscuits is 970 calories. They're going to be available starting next Monday and cost $1 more than a half dozen order of biscuits.
Oh my gosh.
Don't tell me fast food consumption is not dangerous. Do not tell me that fast food consumption is not dangerous. There's a woman. Now listen. Nashville. Scoop Nashville says the Nashville, Tennessee police recently arrested Aliyah Muhammad for causing $1,500 worth of damage to a Burger King drive-thru window. The 38-year-old and Burger King workers argued over onion rings before she smashed up a drive-thru window. Cops arrested Muhammad at a nearby gas station. When it gets to the point where you're going to tear up $1,500 in a Burger King because of onion rings, we're in serious trouble, ladies and gentlemen.
Oh my gosh.
Whew.
That's great. That's great. People have issues.
Last week.
Yeah, that's great. That's great. So, yeah, but
I don't even know what to say.
and you know, I and you juxtapose that with something like what I did yesterday. So sometimes, all right, when you in the morning,
15.
all right, so I had a craving for blueberry muffins. And I had a bag of frozen blueberries in the freezer. So I looked up the recipe, and it was stupid easy to make. But I modified it. You with me?
Uh-huh.
All right. So 400-degree oven, 1.5 cups of flour, 2 teaspoons of baking powder, and it was like 1/2 cup of sugar, and then you mix that all together with like 1/4 teaspoon of salt, and then you throw in an egg, and then an egg. Let's see, 1/3 cup of oil and more than 1/3 cup of milk. Mix it all together. Throw in a couple of blueberries and in the pan and cook them for like 25 minutes. Oh, before they went in, I gave it a light dusting of cinnamon and sugar. Let me tell you something. Something about cinnamon and blueberries it was it was magic. It was absolute magic. So when you get a minute, JD, you go into the kitchen and you rustle yourself up some blueberry.
Now, wait a minute. Hold on. Stop right there. Don't even go any further. Here's what's going to happen. If you go into my kitchen, you're going to open a cabinet and you're going to find lots of canned goods that are at least 15 years old.
And moths.
Yeah. You know, you're going to find a bag of Lifesavers. You're going to find a box of Splenda. You're not going to find all these oils and things like this to cook anything.
It's not going to be there. Oh, man.
I mean, I just imagined. I saw Dan go to his cabinet, and I see him open it up, and there it is. There's this kind of oil, and this kind of oil, and this kind of blend, and this, that. No. No, I got a normal kitchen, man. I got a normal bachelor kitchen. There might be a bag of popcorn somewhere in the cabinets and some old crackers.
Well, my kitchen is stocked. Let's just say
like
that.
I say, you know, again. So I mean, so you know, you go to, and here's the thing. I was listening to you, and you were talking about, okay, this was really stupid easy. It's like, and you need this kind of oil, you need this kind of blend, you need this kind, and I had these right here, and I can just see you looking up there, just like an alchemist, you know, going, yeah, this one right here, yeah, there we go. And when you're done, you put them right back in the little spices that they came from.
Yeah.
No, I tried that years ago. Yeah, that's not for me. That is not me. It coincided with the same time when I decided, you know, I am going to give my mom a rest, and I'm going to do Thanksgiving dinner from cradle to grave. Yeah, and it damn near put me there by the time it was over. I don't know how you people do that. I don't know how you do that every year. Ooh,
yeah,
no.
I did it last year. If I say to you it was a lot of work, that is like the understatement of a lifetime.
Oh my God. Yeah. No. That does, the word work doesn't even cover it. That's, you know, again, you talk about enslavement.
Yeah.
I mean, just enslavement, because you are locked to the kitchen.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it's like, the beads of sweat are rolling down your forehead, and it's like, because you're trying to make sure that every time thing times out. Just, it's timing that
it is
gets
timing.
you.
Yeah.
So,
I mean, if you ran a restaurant, you'd be fine, but
yeah, like I say, but here you go. And then of course you got fat ass Uncle Charlie sitting there half drunk, you know. You know, again, it's like, I gotta feed him, because it's like, if we don't feed him, he's gonna really get loud, and then he's gonna go upstairs to the bathroom and come down and tear the banister down when he comes down the stairs,
and then go, yeah, that crapper's full.
Yeah.
Hey, we got a plunger and a knife.
I don't know. It looks like timber in there. Oh boy!
I think I'll stand for a while.
But you know, the one good thing about this year is that the holidays are not going to be, I don't think are going to be as stressful as they have been in the past, because you're not going to have as many people coming in. That's the first thing. Second thing is, those people who do come in, they're coming in for bad intentions. They just don't feel like cooking at their own house, so they're going to come to your house and then criticize everything you make.
Yep.
See, again, and that's another reason why I'm not having anybody come over for, you know, it's really, it's cool. It's cool being a disc jockey, because, like I say, if your audience likes you, you know, you'll never be hungry in life. You'll never starve, because these poor people think, oh, poor JD. It's like, he must not eat at all. And if you, well, of course, I've lost a lot of weight now, but if you look at me, you know, I ain't missed no meals.
Yeah.
So anyway, and they always come with their, man, it's top gear. I have a lady, her name is Leilani, beautiful woman inside and out, but she cooks like, she is a chef. And last year, she bought this entire basket with a turkey dinner, all the trimmings, dessert and all. Oh man, num.
Did you eat any of it?
Huh?
Did you eat any of it?
Ate all of it. What are you talking about?
Oh, Freddie. That's it?
Oh, man.
Man, I feel like he starts it earlier and earlier. I don't know.
And you know, next week is our Thanksgiving show, brother.
Can't wait.
Yes, sir.
Can't wait.
And I'll have to think, because I know something that's going on here. I'm going to be giving away something. Yeah.
Ooh.
We're going to see how that goes.
I mean, on the Slade and Mayson show?
Oh, no. We're too cheap for that.
Oh, okay, good.
But I tell you what, for the first 5 people who send us a letter saying, hey, we heard this, we'll send you Carmine DeGuzio's Christmas album.
We will?
So you better get in the studio and cut those other 10 tracks.
Okay. Oh my gosh. Say goodbye, Mr. Slade.
Goodbye, Mr. Slade.
Goodbye, Mr. Mayson.
Goodbye, Mr. Mayson. Nah. I'm going to be quick when I do it.
I'll be home for
You call me I was. And the Dead Mayson Quintet. I had my stuff in the studio so I can get ready to go watch the cartoon. It's like, I have baking to do.
Don't believe it.
Yes, I do. I have baking to do. In about 20 minutes, everything will be I've got blisters on my fingers.
All right, team, you know the drill. So if you're enjoying the Slade and Mayson Show and you want to see more episodes, make sure you hit the subscribe button down yonder and hit the bell. You got to do both, or something bad will happen. Thanks for watching. See you next week. Bye.